Good morning, everyone. Welcome, everyone, for this exciting Nutrilite Leave 360 program. As we know, today is the 8th day of our program, and I'm so excited to be the host for today. Before we start this session today, let's quickly recap what we learned yesterday. In fact, we learned something very, very new and exciting yesterday. It was the rainbow connection, how colorful the fruits and vegetables impact our gut microbiome for optimal health. That was so exciting. Let me tell you, today it is going to be even more exciting. And do you want to know that? Before we do that, we have a very, very important personality with us. And, he always comes in the beginning of the session and share his very valuable, insights. Though it is going to be very, very short, but it is really, really insightful. And today he is going to share with us. So let's invite Dr. Shyam Ramakrishnan, who is the Director of Innovation and Science and leading the emerging market innovation and science portfolio. Dr. Shyam is leading India Innovations Science and Science Centers based out of Gurgaon, Bangalore, Chennai, and Madurai. He has received his PhD from University of Texas and postdoctoral fellowship from Harvard Medical School, Boston. Dr. Shyam, very warm welcome to you, sir. And the stage is all yours, sir.
Thank you, Suresh Kumar. Appreciate that. And a good morning to everyone. Again, great to be here. I'm excited today, as Suresh Kumar said, very exciting new information for you coming from our speaker. But before the speaker comes on, I just want to share something which was fascinating just a few days ago when I was reviewing the literature. Because the gut microbiome research is going in leaps and bounds. So it is up to us to really keep ourselves updated and to see how this is transforming our health journey, right? So today I'm going to tell you about a groundbreaking discovery that reveals that strong connection between our gut microbiome and immune system, right? We have discussed before the connection of the gut microbiome with the brain and liver. So today we'll focus on immunity. Right? So almost every organ now discovering the impact the gut microbiome is making on every organ. So a significant part of our immune system actually resides in our gastrointestinal tract. So the state of our gut health profoundly affects our immune function. I mean, it is even if there's an understatement when I said profoundly. That is how strongly the immune function works with the proper gut health, gut microbiome. So the recent study showed how monocytes. I mean, when you go to a doctor, the doctor sees and there'll be the blood count, and the blood count. One of the count is monocytes. So while the monocytes itself is very important, but the monocytes actually in the gut system, in the gut environment, the monocytes on its own cannot function that well because it has to undergo a transformation and transform into what? Into something called macrophages. Macro means large, eating large things. So macrophages are one of the most potent immune cells in the body. So in gut, there are specific macrophages. These gut macrophages are involved in supporting us throughout our journey, right? So then you may be thinking, how does this transformation happen? Who controls this transformation, right? From monocytes, is a type of cell type, to white blood cells to macrophages. So what this research found out was our gut bacteria produces a molecule called ATP. I'm sure most of you will know this, but ATP acts as the currency, the energy currency in our body. So it is the only currency which is recognized by the whole body as the currency which can produce energy in our body. So when we run, when we exercise, this ATP is always there. But what was interesting, this ATP produced by the gut microbiome. Think about it. The ATP produced by gut microbiome signals the body cells to produce another chemical, and that chemical is the one which drives the transformation of the monocytes into macrophages. But what is even more fascinating, what the conversion happens, the macrophages are not the ordinary macrophages which we see in many types of the organs, right? The macrophages in lung, for example. But the transformed macrophages, but the gut bacteria, these macrophages are high energy. They are highly energetic. They are very active in killing bacteria and viruses. That is how it protects our cell, our body, our tissues, our organs, right? So that is all my thought for the day today, that how our gut and the gut microbiome functions in supporting our immunity. It's a small window, but there are many aspects of gut microbiome immunity, but this is one new aspect which has come into picture few days ago. It was published in a very good journal. So therefore, I was very excited to share this information with you. So without much ado, I want to get back to Suresh Kumar for the next speaker. Thank you, everyone. And let's continue on the journey.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Doctor. It was so insightful. Thanks a lot, as always. And, again, we know that, today, as I said earlier, the session is going to be even more exciting. And you know what, actually, today, the topic is going to be happy gut and happy life. We all know that we are undergoing the gut reset phase, and we should make our gut happy, right? And, we will be exploring the latest breakthroughs in the gut and health science. Okay, so that is so exciting. And to talk about this, we have a very, very special person today, and it is Dr. Sapna. Dr. Sapna she's an Ayurvedic doctor. She has done her PG in nutrition, and she's been with us for almost 7 years now, and she has got almost 12 years of experience. Now the cricket match is going on, right? Yesterday there was a wonderful match between India and Bangladesh. Okay, and always in cricket we can see some new players coming in, right? Debutant. Okay, so it is today, and always when somebody comes, they start the cricket match for the first time in their life. It is going to be something very, very special. And today for Sapna also, it is something very special. She's doing her first session, though she has got very rich experience. She is doing her first session in this LEAD 360 journey. So without much ado, let's welcome Dr. Sapna. She is going to rock today. Over to you, Doctor.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir, for such a warm welcome. And I know you have set slightly the bar higher. Thank you for giving me this debut session for this LIV 360. And a very, very happy morning to all of you. And I know that after the 7 days of gut reset, you all must be experiencing that now your gut is much more healthier and a much more happier one. I know initially for the first 2 days, there must be some hiccups here and there because you suddenly stopped all the sugars, you suddenly stopped all the tea, coffee, which you were so habituated to. But now your gut must be definitely thanking you because it is much more healthier and much more happier. Now, today's topic, just give me a moment, I'll share the screen so that you know that what is the topic for today. My screen is visible, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so, I'm so sorry, just a minute.
No, it's perfect.
Yeah. So today's topic is unveiling newer insights and trends in your gut health. Now, before we go there, I just wanted to emphasize that why we as a team are putting so much stress on this very, very important phase as gut reset. You must be seeing that all the nutritionists are pushing you so much. Everyone is giving you guidelines around it. And why this gut reset is so important for especially in this LIV 360 program for this healthy weight and healthy living journey. The idea behind all of this is why we are doing all these knowledge sessions. Why from the day one only we didn't give you a calorie-based diet and expected you to follow that and start getting results, right? Why this gut reset is so important? Why? Because we are trying to make you understand the why behind the what you're following. Because once you understand the science, once you understand the logic behind why what you're doing, then you'll be able to follow it without any second thought, right? Now, let me give you one example from our daily life. Now is the season of lot of festivals, right? And in different regions, there are different festivals, but not one single time we forget that what customs to follow in this particular festival, what traditions to follow, how to keep fasting, right? Because all that has been so much embedded in our minds that we never give a second thought, or we need not to think that, okay, in this we have to follow, can we do some cheatings, or we have to follow this, or we have to follow that, because we have been seeing that, we have been practicing all of that from childhood to adulthood, right? So it has been a force of habituation. The same thing, if you want to celebrate your life, right, as a festival, if you want to celebrate the festival of life, you need to understand and you need to practice this, all these good habits that you're going to learn in these 100 days. It should not be limited only to 100 days. It has to be a force of habituation. It has to be a permanent part of your life throughout, right? It has to be a permanent habit throughout your life, right? So long talk here. Let's get back to the actual topic of the day. So again, unveiling newer insights and trends in gut health. So let me share a very interesting research here. If you're able to see on the screen, we have like a mouse model where there's a research around the gut microbiome, just to make you understand that how powerful the impact of your gut microbiome can be in not only on your overall health, but specifically on your weight, specifically on your weight management. Okay. Now, in the first situation, you're able to see that the scientists actually, what they did, they transplanted the gut microbiome from a healthy mouse to a recipient mouse, right? And it was seen that the recipient mouse neither gained weight nor increased weight, right? In the second situation, what happened? They transplanted the gut microbiome from an obese mouse to a recipient mouse, and they saw that after some time, the recipient mouse was becoming overweight, as like the donor mouse. And in the third situation, what the scientists did, they again transplanted the gut microbiome from an underweight mouse to a healthy mouse. Okay. Now, what happened? After some time, this healthy mouse was turning into an underweight mouse, just like the donor mouse. Now, what does this experiment actually suggest? This experiment suggested that your gut microbiome plays a very, very important role in controlling on your health, as well as specifically on your weight. And that actually motivated us. Such a simple experiment, but such a powerful result and such a powerful message that gut microbiome plays a very important role in managing your weight. And that actually motivated us to keep this gut reset phase as the base of this Live 360 program. Though we are not only relying on the gut reset phase, there's a holistic approach around the gut reset. There is a dietary changes, there is lifestyle changes, there is supplementation. Everything is being taken care so that you get a holistic approach around your optimal health. Now, moving on to the next slide, why this microbiome plays a very, very important role on your overall health? Because these microbiome basically produce very, very beneficial compounds called as metabolites, which again holds a very, very important role in our overall functioning. Now, how does this happen? To understand that, let's slightly go back and understand about the prebiotics first. Now, what are prebiotics? Now, in this gut reset phase, you all must be seeing that we all are suggesting you in the guidelines. Also, we have suggested you to increase your dietary fiber, increase your fiber intake. In fact, we have told you to have your Nutralite fiber also in a specific way. What is the reason behind it? Because whatever dietary fibers we are consuming, especially the Nutralite fiber, has two specific fibers called as inulin and guarga, right? And these fibers don't get fully digested through your digestive enzymes. In fact, they get fermented by the bacteria, by your gut bacteria. And when they get fermented, what happens? They produce short chain fatty acids, right? And these short chain fatty acids further makes specific compounds which are again derived from your microbiome called as metabolites. Okay, don't worry about the terminology. Metabolites are just special compounds which are having a very, very beneficial properties, like these has anti-inflammatory properties, these are having regulatory properties, and possess many more other health benefits also. And because of these microbiome derived metabolites, what happens? They influence are not only a normal physiological condition, but also the pathological condition. Now, what is this normal physiological condition? Where your gut is your gut health is proper, you're going in the morning, passing proper motions, there's no like bloating and those kind of issues, and no other pathology, like including all your IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, irritable bowel disease, and all the other gut related conditions. And what is the pathological condition when you're facing all this? So what will happen? Because of the properties, specific properties of this metabolites, you will be able to recover much more faster, right? And that's why it becomes very important that what kind of prebiotic also you're consuming, right? And a Nutralite fiber again holds the first place in that, because it has specific fibers which are very, very beneficial, not only in the development of the gut bacteria, but for your overall gut health. Now, how this microbiome derived metabolites basically like gives benefits? What are the benefits that you are able to get from these metabolites? Okay, again, don't go to the terminology, don't get confused. Metabolites are special compounds holding very beneficial properties. Now, how do they help? First of all, they definitely support a healthy microbiome. Now, why it is important? Because you all will agree that on a day-to-day basis, all the time, what happens? There is some or the other way we are taking all the pathogens inside through different routes, whether it's through food, whether it's through water. So what is happening? We are getting exposed to a lot of pathogens. Now, in that case, if you're not having a healthy microbiome, you will not be able to fight it, and you will end up having some or the other gut related issues. So definitely it helps you support a healthy gut microbiome. And along with that, if you're having a right balance of the good and bad bacteria and the beneficial metabolites, it also helps in reducing your harmful pathogens. With that, it also has a property where it specially strengthens the intestinal lining. Now, intestinal lining, what is the importance of that? This lining is basically a mucous membrane through which all the nutrients are getting absorbed, but it doesn't let any pathogens to directly get into the bloodstream, right? So if there is some damage or if there is some kind of wear and tear, what will happen? The risk of getting any kind of infections will become much more higher. So what is the benefit of these metabolites? It also helps in strengthening the intestinal lining. Okay, with that, it also, because it has anti-inflammatory property and antioxidant property, immunoregulatory property, it also helps in reducing the inflammation, the swelling, and the oxidative stress that is happening in your intestine and your overall gut. With that, it also has a very positive impact on issues like your food insensitivities and intolerances, which has become a very, very common issues in today's time. Be it child or be it an adult, there are a lot of insensitivities and intolerances that are being seen today. So if these metabolites, the microbiome derived metabolites are good in number, it also has a positive impact, so that the recurrences of these sensitivities and intolerances, the risk goes on the lesser side. Now, if you have a healthy gut and if you have these metabolites in good number, what happens? It also helps in the good metabolism of your carbohydrates, fats, protein, and that leads to improved blood sugar and your overall metabolic health. So now, since we spoke around the food sensitivities and intolerances, let me ask you one question. That is, the food sensitivity or the food allergy the same thing? I think a lot of answers must be there. But most of the time, you will be able to see, generally people say that, if I eat this rajma, I get allergy, right? That's the common terminology. But let's slightly dive deep into this. So food sensitivity and food allergies are completely different, though few symptoms may be matching, but these are two completely different terminologies. Okay, let's start with food sensitivities. So food sensitivity is a much more common issue and can start in any age, right? And almost 45% of the population basically suffers from food sensitivity. What is this? It is basically when you're like eating maybe a rajma or any kind of heavy food, or it can be as simple as a brinjal also, right? And you face a lot of bloating, you face a lot of gas, and that is basically a food sensitivity where there is a delayed reaction to a particular food up to 72 hours after eating the offending foods. Okay, after eating the foods which your body is slightly sensitive to. And it is definitely not a serious condition. Is it serious? No. What are the signs and symptoms that comes along with? The person may feel some bloating, some gases. It can further lead to some joint pain. Like there will be people who will be telling that as soon as I have buttermilk, I have a lot of joint pain, right? Or IBS condition can get triggered. Tiredness the person will be feeling, right? Because the body is slightly focusing more towards the sensitivity or the sensitive reactions. With that, your low mood, because we all understand that there is a gut brain connection, right? And there can be headache, and in long run it can lead to weight gain also. What are the most common sensitivities? Your wheat. So these days we are having a lot of sensitivity. There's the new name coming in that we have a gluten intolerance, right? But slightly understand this, that our bodies are designed to digest these cereals that we have been taking it so long. What has changed in the past 20 years? Definitely external factors are there, that the crops are getting into hybrid mode, the soil is getting adulterated, right? Again, there's a lot of other kind of adulterations are also there. But one thing that is the major factor and playing a major role here is your imbalance in your gut microbiome. So if you're already facing any kind of sensitivity, right, the one thing that you can definitely work on, you should be making your gut microbiome much more powerful, and maybe in some time you may overcome these sensitivities and intolerances also. So the powerful factor here is to work on your gut microbiome. Okay, stress also is one of the factors which can the people who are all the time stressed out, who are into chronic stress and all, they are having a much more higher risk of getting these food sensitivities and intolerances. Now let's move on to food allergies. What is this food allergy? So food allergies are starts getting developed from the very beginning only, right? So 2% of the adults and 6 to 8% children have an allergy. So when you you must have seen people talking that my child has allergy from the nuts, right? Or I have a peanut allergy, right? And that is a very severe one. It is life threatening, and it can become fatal also, because as soon a little trace amount also of these allergens, if go inside the body, your body response is very, very immediate. And what kind of symptoms you will be able to get? You'll be able to see a lot of skin rashes throughout the body, or maybe blisters coming in. You will be seeing a lot of digestive issues, like maybe a vomiting or diarrhea suddenly, or your airways get blocked. Your tongue will get swollen, and all your airways will get choked, right? And that is a serious condition. So the first thing that you should be knowing is know your allergen and stay away from your allergen. Know the foods also which may be having all these allergens. Okay, what are the common types of allergies? Your milk allergy, your seafood allergy, your eggs, your nuts, and your peanuts also. Okay. Now when we are talking about about the overall gut health, and we are so much talking about the gut microbiome. Now, if we want to be responsible for our gut, then we should start listening to our gut also. And I know in the last 7 days, you must have got a lot of signals from your gut, right? Your gut must be telling that I'm feeling much more lighter, I'm having much more energy, your mood is improved. Again, as I said, that the gut brain connection is there, so your mood will be much more improved. And if it is all there, then definitely you are on the right track of this gut reset phase. Okay. Now your energy, your mental well-being is going to improve. And also with that, as Dr. Shyam rightly said, that there is a strong connection between the gut microbiome and immunity. We always say that 70% of your immunity lies on your overall gut health. And that is happening here also, that if you're following the gut reset phase properly, it definitely will be helping you to boost your immunity in long run as well. Okay. And if you're able to see like a good gut health or the positive the symptoms around your gut, then you will be also be able to see that now you will be having in long run, right? It will not happen just in 10 days. In long run, you will be less likely to experience your food sensitivities. That means the foods like a specific dal or a specific vegetable or specific any cereal, if you're not able to digest, maybe in some time in long run, in a period of 3 months, 6 months, if you're following all the guidelines properly, then you may be able to see that now you're experiencing less sensitivities or less intolerances. Okay. Now, if you want to have something substantial in your as a report in your hand, then definitely you have to understand what are the symptoms. But if you want to have something in your hand as a report, then we do have there is a test called as genome sequencing study with stool sample. It is a non-invasive test where the test is being done by your extracting your DNA sequencing, and they are able to understand that what is the condition of the gut microbiome, how healthy is your gut, what is the condition of your intestines, and whether you are much prone to get any kind of gut related issues in future as well. Okay, so this is one of the tests that can be done. Mostly this is done majorly to do much of research, not very easily available, but yes, this is one of the studies that can be done, and it is non-invasive. Now, when it comes to after listening to your gut, it also becomes very, very important, the personalization, right? Importance of personalization again is a very, very important aspect of this whole program, because you will all agree with me that everyone comes with a unique fingerprint, right? The same way, everyone is also having a very unique microbiome setup, right? And as per Ayurveda also, it is said that every person has a unique prakriti, and you have to follow the things as per your prakriti and as per your the overall setup that you are being born with, right? So that's why here also in this program also the same formula can't be applied, and that's why you must be seeing also that whichever group you're part of, there is one nutritionist allotted to each group, so that she can help you as and customize you around your diet, around the lifestyle changes, around the supplementation as per your specific needs, right? So that's how your nutritionist is going to help you. And that's how it becomes very, very personalized, because it caters your personal needs, right? Because when you're doing all these changes in your lifestyle, in your diet, you are being suggested the right set of supplementation also. You're following the right the exercise regime, and that's why you will be seeing that every day along with the knowledge session, we are giving you a exercise thing also. Now with this, what will happen? You will be able to produce beneficial compounds like your short chain fatty acids, your branch chain amino acids, your indoles, which are your unusual antibiotics and holds anti-inflammatory properties. And because of this, what will happen? All your vital organs will be working at their optimal level. And that way you will be able to achieve the target for which you have entered into this program. Now, again, as the genome sequencing, if you want to again monitor or track your gut microbiome or your overall health in some report format, again, there are few other tests also, like genome sequencing, your transcriptome, which is again your RNA sequencing, your proteome, where they basically take up your protein sets, right? Metabolites, where they study your metabolites, and then your mega genome, where a group of genome is being tested. But again, as I said, these are not very common tests. These are basically research-based tests that will, these are the tests that are majorly used for the research purpose. But genome sequencing of this tool definitely can be done. Now we have slightly like understood the high-tech technologies, the researches around the gut microbiome, the metabolites. Now let's go back to our age-old traditional practices, which are again re-emerging as trends, right? Now, any trends that come to your mind, which you must have seen earlier, but now, but you neglected it in between, and now it has again coming in picture. I'm not going to the next slide because I know then you will get the hint. So whatever you're thinking, keep it in your mind, because you will be able to connect with all of that in the upcoming slides. Now, one of the very, very important thing that is now coming as a trend is your usage of the leaf plates, right? And when it comes to leaf plates, when it comes to actually the old traditions, what happens? We neglect all our old traditions to some extent, because somewhere we feel that it is not very convenient, and it doesn't suit up our day-to-day lifestyle. But these old traditions actually holds a lot of wisdom and science behind it, like the usage of the leaf plates also. Right. And as I said, that we sometimes ignore our old traditions unless they are being appreciated by the Western world. Simple example, yoga was there in India, but unless and until it came as yoga from the Western world, we never took it into so much of practice. We were never serious about it, right? The same way now, these the use of these banana leaves, and I think in South, still in a lot of auspicious occasions and a lot of marriages, banana leaf usage is still there. I'm able to experience that also. So usage of banana leaves, the sal leaves, the kachnar leaves, they hold a lot of science also behind it. There is some wisdom around it, behind the usage of these leaf plates. Okay, why? Because when we are serving hot food on these leaf plates, what happens? There is a unique interaction between the hot food and the bioactive compounds present in these leaves, right? And when the combination happens, what occurs? It creates an amazing aroma. You must have seen there's a earthy flavor when you eat a sambar rice on a banana leaf than on a steel plate, right? There is a very flavorful effect on your palate, right? There is a very appetizing effect also. Aroma is also there, and a very appetizing effect also. And with that, it is definitely environment safe, hygienic, and it gets naturally decomposed as well. With that, if you talk about the sal leaf, which generally is used to serve the prasadam in a lot of like temples, it also adds a subtle flavor. It has, it also aids digestion. It stimulates your appetite. It relieves the burning sensation and bloating. And it also has antimicrobial properties, because it has a property to relieve the intestinal worms also, right? And again, when we talk about banana leaves possess certain bioactive compounds, which has a natural antioxidant property. So when it comes to practicing all this, I feel these practices are worth exploring and worth learning from for our better well-being. Okay. Now moving on to the next slide, there is another old tradition. Now we have spoken that how to serve food, what are the best ways to serve food to get that actual appetizing and very aromatic food. Let's understand that how to eat food, right? Which position is better when you want to eat food. So benefits of having meal in your Sukhasana. So why Sukhasana? Because it's a meditative pose. So first of all, whenever you want to eat any food, you should be stress relief. We always say that you have to do mindful eating. So first of all, Sukhasana definitely promotes mindful eating because it relieves all your stress, releases all your stress. And also when you're sitting in this cross-legged position, what is happening when you're moving front and you're moving back, it creates a lot of rhythmic effect and gently massages your internal organs, especially in the abdominal area where the actual digestion is happening. Okay, so what is happening when you're sitting on a dining table as compared to sitting in a Sukhasana? Because by default, because of the gravitational force, the circulation majorly focuses on towards the leg area. But on the contrary, when you're sitting in Sukhasana, because that blood circulation is cut off from the legs, it basically gets concentrated towards your intestinal area, towards your abdominal area, which leads to a better digestion. Okay, so it definitely improves the blood circulation and improves on your digestion. It improves your mindful eating because it is a ideal position for meditation also, and it benefits a lot in your relieving stress also, right? So when we are sitting in a Sukhasana, in older times, if you see, everyone was sitting down, sitting in Sukhasana, but the talking was not allowed. People don't used to talk, right? In today's time, we are using our laptop, phone and everything around it, and then we are eating where there is no focus. Now, mindful eating concept, what is that? When you're activating all your sensory organs, you're able to visualize, you're able to see, you're able to feel the food, then only you will be able to absorb all the nutrients and you will be able to digest the food better. Now, we have spoken about Sukhasana. Let's move on to how what is the better way of evacuating. Okay, because when we are eating, the motion is also a very important aspect. Okay, so if you see in this slide, you will be able to see the Indian system of squatting, and it holds a lot of benefits. Why? Because in this posture, you will be able to see a lot of pressure coming in towards your lower abdomen, towards your pelvic area, towards your thigh area, which improvises on your intestinal function and is very, very helpful in a complete evacuation and a very relaxed evacuation of your stools, right? It completely increases the blood flow in the pelvic area also. And we all know that squats are a very good way of burning the calories also. And this is a natural way of burning calories to start your day. And with this position, if you see, there's a lot of coordination in your muscles also, right? But for an obese person, it may be challenging to some extent, but with practice, you can always achieve this posture, and which will help you pass the motions in a much, much better way. So in summary, I'm just coming to the end of my session. In summary, the Indian system has all these benefits. So let's explore all the new researches, all the new things that are coming up, but let's not forget the older traditions which are now becoming the new trends. Serving the food in the right way, choosing the right way of eating, and choosing the right position of taking care of all your bowel movements also for your daily routine. These practices can definitely contribute to a better overall health and overall well-being. Okay, so now before I end, let me move on to the next slide, which tells you about the activity of the day, where you have to share a recipe of a trendy food with fiber. You all know that we are focusing much on fiber. What is a trendy food? It can be an old recipe in a new way, or a new recipe cooked in an old tradition way. Okay, so with this, I'll end my session for today. Hopefully this session will be beneficial for you in mix matching the old and the new things that you're learning on a day-to-day basis. And I'll meet you soon again with a new topic. Till then, please do take care of yourself. Have a happy, healthy, and a cheerful day. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Doctor. It was a wonderful session. Yeah. So doctor has spoken about, a lot of things, food sensitivity, food allergy, how to, understand whether the gut is healthy or not, so many things. So I'm not again, talking on all those points because Minal is already waiting for us. You know what, actually, Minal, for your information today, everything was, something very new. Okay, very, very exciting. So we are expecting something new from Minal also today. Okay, it is it is a day of new things. Okay, over to you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Suresh. Hello, everyone. Very warm welcome to today's session. So, what I actually thought, just because you've been doing a lot of squatting and we've been talking about Sukhasan, so I thought let me actually do that with you. Otherwise, we can also do like the standing poses because that's what we did in the Hindi process as well. So let's start with Sukhasan, and I'll teach you all those people who are not able to do Malasana. In a way that your joints are weak and you find it difficult to sit down. So I'm going to teach you how to do it with using props. Okay, so props actually helps you to build endurance slowly and steadily, and then you can start adding it full-fledged also. So let's start on the mat. Yes, Sukhasan. Though the name suggests Sukhasan, but nowadays I have realized that even sitting in a normal Sukhasana is a pain for people because of the one reason that you find you're not able to sit directly on the mat with the spine level. A lot of people have pain in the tailbone, or they realize that sitting like this is difficult. And even after like 5 minutes, this happens. Yeah. So one simple hack for getting your Sukhasans right is to place a wedge between your sits bones and how you sit it. So what exactly are you going to do? You're going to bend a cushion, or you're going to bend something which is soft right here under your sits bones and tailbone, getting a nice support, and then you sit. This will ensure that your Sukhasana is nice and tall and will not interfere with your tailbone. Okay, so this is one simpler way to get your Sukhasans right. Plus, whenever you're sitting in a Sukhasana and you feel that your quad starts paining and you feel very tight around your hips, further climb a little more. Once you do this process ensures that your thighs are released, okay, from a little height to going down. This further creates a simple hack to release the muscles here, and then you realize you can sit stronger and longer. Okay, after this, we know we have another bite of lifting legs and all that. Let's go on the other day. We're gonna do some warm-up poses here. So even while you are sitting on the mat, make sure that your knees are not rising up. Okay, so let it relax as you sit here. Yeah, take a nice deep inhale. Lift your one palm up, deep stretch, and then go deeper, stretching side. As you go to the side, make sure your navel is nicely tucked in and your obliques are nicely engaged. And then get back to the center. Again, rising up and to the side. Again, rising up and to the side. Again, rising up and to the side. Deep stretch, navel tucked in, lengthen spine. And stretch. And down. One last time. Stretch. And down. Again, a nice deep inhale. You're going to hold your hands around your knees. As you exhale, you're going to switch to the side. Just to the side, not back as you are. Same to the center and switch to the side. Same to the center and switch to the side. Center, inhale, and then exhale to the side. Just the way we did, like, you lift your hips slightly up and the whole system becomes comfortable to sit. We're going to use the same hack while doing our Malasana here. Okay, so I'm using 2 yoga blocks. You can also use a boulder which is a little heavy. Okay, so the idea is that your heels are pointed in while your toes are pointed out. Okay, so are your elbows pushing away. this. Okay, so your elbows digging in to the inner part of your knees, aligning down to your heels, your toes pointed out like here, and your hands folded. This is how you wanna sit in the Malasana. And if you see it from the side, your spine again, just the way we did in Sukhasana, has to be nice and tall, not rounded and crunched. Nice and tall. Okay. Now let's slowly take one prop away. Okay. Reduce the height a little more. So what will happen? Now you will feel slight pressure around your inner thighs and also your groin. Keep pushing it further in and stretching. Okay. From here, you will not release the prop. You will actually rise up. Okay. And this will happen slowly and steadily. Okay. I'll give you a few poses also to relax all these muscles, which will make your Malasana better. So what I'm saying, from here, you will have to bring your both the hands down. Shift the weight slowly to your navel. Right now, when you're sitting with a prop, all the pressure which is going is to your root chakra. Okay, that's there. But your center is not forward. It's not around your navel. Your center is also aligned there. We have to shift it when we release that prop. Now, when we shift, I don't want to keep your hands up to begin with. Just take a slight support. Maybe your both the palms forward, or maybe one palm forward and one palm to the back. Okay, so I'm not releasing it. I'm just sitting forward like this. So you got it? You're going to start with not releasing the prop. You're going to start with shifting the base. You're already doing everything how it has to be done. It will just bring that pressure further. Intensity will increase. Everything else stays just the way it is. If you realize it is further putting a lot of pressure, maybe 10 seconds, 15 seconds, again, go back. Yeah. So this way, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 30 seconds, slowly increase your, holding period of a Malasana. Ideally, anywhere between 3 to 5 minutes, first thing in the morning with a, after your cup of water, or just the way you've been taught how you have to drink your waters in the morning, and then sit in Malasana. Beautiful way to let all the, toxics and waste release your system. Yeah. Still, if you feel that you have a tightness around your hip joint and tightness around your thighs, we have done all the poses yesterday. Yeah, the frog pose, all of them are again great way to increase the circulation around your inner thighs and open up those tight hips. Keep pressing out. Butterfly pose is a great pose, warm up and otherwise, which you can do throughout the day, which will help you to again increase the lymphatic flow, improve your gut health by increasing the fluidity, all the fluids which goes inside your digestive system, strengthen it, lengthen your spine. Okay, so start with sitting in Sukhasana, then move into butterfly pose and sit in butterfly pose for a while. Then you can further move in the Ardha Matsyenasana. You're going to push your heel deeper and try to sit on it. Yes, nice and tall. Slowly let go of your hands. So try to look at something when you start getting your balance right. Okay, even when we're going to do tree pose, you'll realize I'll ask you to watch one thing or get your tongue up to the balance. Okay, this will help you to concentrate and get that balancing right. Sukhasana, butterfly pose, and pushing your heels in. If it is bringing pressure to the knee, then you can just push it slightly out. But the idea is to keep that, your spine aligned. Okay, if you can press it, okay, and hold. Perfect. Otherwise, just press it, squeeze, twist, and hold. Look back. Your entire nice twist and hold. Squeeze up. See how far you can do. If this is coming easy, then try to hold your feet all aligned. Squeeze and back. Nicely inhale and exhale. Back to the center. To the other side. Same thing. Okay. Great way to start sitting straight and tucking your core in. Lengthen. Keep that spine lengthened all the time. Yeah. Squeeze your elbow. Hold if possible. And then lift. We've already done this side. Let's push it to the other side. Squeeze. Lift. The idea is just to squeeze it right under, your entire digestive system. So even if you just press it and sit nice, it's absolutely okay like that. And hold and lift it, just open and back. One last pose before we start with the poses standing. Vajras. So bring your big toe, right big toe over your left big toe and sit nice and tall. Again, a nice deep inhale and exhale while tucking all your core muscles in. So all these four poses, Sukhasana, Vajrasana, Ardha Matsyasana or just a half beat through Vakrasana. You can also keep your legs straight if you realize that your knees are paining a little. Yeah. Simple ways and the butterfly pose. Simple ways, but very effective way to improve your posture, make you sit on the mat and get your spine also correct. Great. Let's start with few standing poses today. We're going to start with the Tad Asana. So I want you to stand nice and tall, lengthen through the spine, and keep your feet in the athletic stance. Means you not bring your feet together. I want you to keep your feet right under your hips and shoulders. Yeah. Bring your both the both the hand fingers together like this and then stretch out like fingers nicely dovetailed. So nice deep inhale, lengthen up and stretch out. So the idea is to rise up on the toes and stretch. Lengthen. Navel nicely captured and squeezed. Breathe in and breathe out as you do. Anybody who's finding it difficult in the sense that, oh, I cannot hold it a little longer, let's do an exercise which actually helps with it and not just with the Tad Asana. Other things, I'm using a chair as a prop. Niche, you can also use a wall or you can actually do it without any props also. So the idea is to rise up on the toes and we term it as calf raises. Okay, you can do it throughout in your office spaces also. You can do it while sitting on the chairs, so also just by lifting your heels up. The idea is to lift and stay up, and then slowly come down and up. So the movement is up and up and up. Okay, you can further increase the intensity by keeping your toes on a platform which is slightly raised. Okay, it could be a weight or it could be, I'll just show you. That if I use a weight, my feet on the mat. So here I go. So I'm rising up the deep grip so that there is also a space to further go down. Yeah, and then up. You're gonna do 20 of these. And if possible, we'll work on another one. So here it goes down and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Squeeze, stretch below also and stretch up also. Stretch beyond as well and up as well. Go 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Stretch up and down. So this one move can get the whole circulation started in your system. So just by doing these heel raises or calf movement, you're actually improving the lymphatic flow, blood circulation, and a great move. Okay, we will further accentuate it by crossing your feet from the back. Okay, so you are here. You're going to cross the feet to the back. Okay, same way. It's just double the pressure. Make sure you are not falling forward on your prop. You still stay nice and tall while doing your calf raise. Yeah, tucking the hold, level to that spine, hold and cross. So here you go, low and up. 1, 2, 3. Make it sure that you're going to stretch it all the way down and then all the way up. 5. Doesn't have to be very fast. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 5. Out. So until unless it's a bad cramp, you continue doing it. Yeah. Try to feel that pressure here. Okay. And you know, it also rises up. You can also feel it going all the way to your hamstrings. Amazing move. Huh? Let's do it to the other side also. Stretch, hold, cross. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 more. 4. I will skip and keep going. 3, 4, 5. Oh my God. So, yeah. Very good. Now let's do the mountain pose and we'll add a variation. You're going to walk back and forth with both heel lifts and toe lifts. Yes, toe lifts too. Means you'll bring all the pressure to the heel. So ideally, let's do that after the calf raises. The opposite. I want you to lift your heels. I lift all the heels and toes up. Okay. So now go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So when you're walking back, you'll not look back. You have to walk back like. Let's do one in the mountain pose also, which is simple. You're gonna rise up on the toes. Squeeze. So here you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Few more steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back. Walk back. Good. Very nice. Come to the mat. We get started with our next pose, which is actually a Trikonasana or a triangle pose. So I want your feet slightly wider than your hips, but in a range that still feels comfortable. Okay, so you shouldn't be losing your balance here. Keep your toes pointed forward. But if you feel that with your toes pointed forward, your balance is going maybe slightly to the side. Inhale. As you exhale, you're gonna switch to the side. Okay, so it has to come from the obliques. Switching to the side, 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 and lengthening. Okay. Once you feel comfortable here, you're gonna bring your palms also to the mat. But make sure that you are not bending your knees. If you think you have to bend your knees, you're gonna slightly open up. Take your hands to the level you feel comfortable. It's absolutely okay if you want to hold it till the knee or to the shin or till the heel like this. Perfectly fine. If possible, then only get your palms down. And further improve, watch your fingertips here. Look up. Feel that pressure and watch your fingertips. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Same to the other side. Lengthen, stretch out. Go. So again, make sure that the movement is coming from the obliques and the navel. You're not falling forward with your shoulders or the power of your palms. So ideally, this has to be shifted. Okay, you're gonna move it from the obliques. Yeah, slowly and steadily. Make sure your knees are not bending. I want you to feel the stretch right from your inner thighs to glutes. Lengthen. Till here, good. Then to the shin, good. Then all the way down, and then palms down to the mat. Everything looks good. Then you look up. Look up to your fingertips, and we're gonna count to the 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Slowly get back. Okay. So one last pose, which is also gonna be our cool down pose, is a forward fold. Okay. 2 ways of doing it. And in fact, I want to be very cautious while doing the forward fold because I get a lot of messages from a lot of you about your spine pain. I know it's getting better, but you can totally avoid doing a forward fold or do a one which I'm going to teach with a chair. Okay, just try to do this one. So what you will do in this pose is keep your feet out in a sumo. Yeah, you're going to lengthen that spine to the chair rest. Okay, so understand the hip hitching process. Your feet firmly landing on the mat, your palms to the knees, and then stretch. Okay, it's a part of the ergonomics thing, like how you do it on the chairs in the offices. You're gonna lengthen. You're gonna keep that eye here with me, so that you know that there has to be no rounding of the spine. So you're gonna stretch it out and back. So every time you inhale, you lengthen. And then you exhale, you stretch. If you feel comfortable, here you can go all the way down. Sliding your hands and then go all the way down. Create that connection of the chest with your chair rest. Feel comfortable and then down. Hold it here. Yeah. So this is how you can do a seated forward fold on the chair. We'll do the same thing on the leg. While we are on the mat in the standing position, but following the same thing. You're gonna fold from the hips, hinging right from the hips, squeezing right from the core. Okay, so yeah, forward fold is like the very amazing part of the gut reset, but I want to do it like with a lot of questions here. So you're gonna bend your knees slightly, lock your chest all the way to your knees. Okay, give yourself nice. Please, if your head go down. Almost. Then get your palms and your feet aligned. And then 1, 2, 5, 6. It's perfectly fine if you don't want to come to this position. Just keep holding and hugging yourself. 7, 8. Do not close your eyes if you feel dizzy. Keep your eyes open. 9 and 10. Slowly rise. Okay, let's do few down stretches. Lengthen your both the elbows and press. Same to the other side. Get your palms behind your head. Inhale, stretch out. And then as you exhale, relax up. Inhale. And then exhale. Inhale. And then exhale. Inhale. And then relax up. Thank you so much for joining in and attending the entire session. I'm going to see you all soon. Till then, take care and have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Minal. It was something different only today. I was sitting and standing, positions, many new asanas.
Thank you, Shreshji. Your motivation.
Thank you so much. Because it was, it was a day for newness actually. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. I hope everyone enjoyed this session. And see you all tomorrow. Thank you so much. That's all for today. Thank you.